Hi, so I am making juice for my breakfast this morning. It's actually pretty late in the day, but I wasn't hungry before, so I'm just now down here now, and I'm doing a green juice. Oh, and I'm also making my favorite, one of my favorite morning beverages, and that is a purple moss tea. And that's this right here. It's purple when it comes out of the ocean, and then it turns green. So I want to show you guys about how much I put into each mug. Okay, I'm very liberal with it. Helps a lot with your appetite, your skin. You can take this gel and rub it directly onto your skin. You have to make it yourself from the dehydrated purple moss that you soak overnight, rehydrate it, rinse it thoroughly, and then I simmer mine in water, just barely covered with water for about 30 minutes or so. It'll soften, blend it up, transfer it to a jar, and you have gel. Look, this is how much I have in the cup. So it's probably a good 2 spoonfuls this size, okay? And you could even do a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do for now. I'll probably have 2 cups today. And then I add water from my electric kettle, boiling water. Sometimes I simmer the whole thing in a pot on top of the stove. It just depends. And especially if I'm home and I want it to be a little bit warmer because the gel itself is cold. Most of the time when I enjoy this, I have it with just lime, juice of a lime, and a little bit of maple syrup. Some people drink it straight up. I'm not that gangster, y'all. I cannot do it. So this is the way, this is one of my favorite ways. My top favorite way, though, is to mix in a little coconut milk with this, and then sweeten that, and it's really, really good. And so I'm just stirring this until I get, you know, most of the lumps out. It will dissolve in the hot water. At this point, it has a faint ocean smell that's not pleasant to some people. I've noticed, though, the people that grow up near the ocean really seem to like it. I'm not one of them. If you don't care for the smell, adding a plant milk takes it away entirely. So I'm going to put just a spot of maple syrup in there. You could use agave. I'm out of agave right now, so I'm using maple syrup. Okay, and then it has no taste. It really has no taste. Then I'm adding a little bit of my homemade coconut hemp milk. Okay, I have another YouTube video showing how to do that. And pour a little bit of that in there. Why isn't this coming out? Oh, okay. My coconut milk, I have to add a little bit of water to this in order to get it to loosen up. You always want to do a sniff test on these plant milks, y'all. You never know when they might go. So it's almost like a creamer at this point because it's thickened up. It's the fat from the milk. It's thickened up in there. You can see it's making like a cream on top. So I'm going to add a little bit more of this. And then this doesn't have any sweetener in it. So that's why I needed the maple syrup. If your milk is already super sweet, you won't need to do that. Then I'm going to add a pinch more water to compensate for the coconut milk being a little thinner than I would like. And I'm going to go in for a sip. It's so good. Doesn't even need anything else. Okay. Let me show you guys a little bit of the juice. Alright. This green juice. Trying to build my iron up. And for some reason my energy level is like pumped and I haven't even eaten anything. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So what's in this bowl right here is some kale. Okay. Then I have some spinach. Alright, and then when you're doing leafy greens, you always want to make sure that you have things in there for vitamin C. So I have orange, and I have 2 green apples, and almost an entire head of fennel. Fennel and the fennel fronds, and a cucumber. Cucumbers are hydrating. They're great for your skin. all that good stuff. So my juicer, oops, I lost one, is a Omega 8006. This Omega is my best friend. I love it. It does everything. You can make nut butters and everything in the Omega. So I'll bring you a little bit closer so you can see the juicing, and I'll just show you a little bit of the juice right here. Putting this together, these are best at Amazon, not Amazon, although they may have a good price on Amazon, but Bed Bath & Beyond has a great price on, well, I'm sorry, they have the 20% off coupon. So the price is about $2.80, and then you can get 20% off of that. So it's a great wish list item. I saved up, you know, a couple, save up a couple paychecks, and then you can go ahead and go get it. So, and it's easy to clean too, by the way, which a lot of juicers are not. I used to have the Jack LaLanne juicer. That was a real pain, like a real pain. It'll make you not even want to use the machine. This comes with a scrub brush that you can use to scrub the blade that's in there, and that's the main part that gets dirty, is that blade. Okay, so all you have to do at this point is just shove it down in there. Now, one quick note about juicers, guys. There are slow masticating juicers, and I think the other one is called Citravent. Okay, I'm going to mispronounce it. Well, there's a slow masticating juicer, and then there's the one that's not. The one that's not slow is the Breville. That's one of the more popular brands. When you put it, you can put big chunks of stuff in there. It juices, and it does make it much faster. But it also incorporates a lot more oxygen, and so your juice itself does not last as long. This juice right here, if I had too much for today, I could transfer it to like a mason jar or something, tightly closed, fill the liquid up to the top, and the juice would last me a good two days. And when you're busy, you know, and you just need to make a whole bunch of this and then go on with about your business, you need a juicer where you can make it and store it, right? So, because after this green juice, I'm going to juice all of these grapes, and then I'll use that in some of my smoothies this week. I may drink it. It's on my list to do a grapes only fast at some point, where I'm only doing grape juice from seeded grapes. Just haven't gotten there yet. So I'm going to work my way through, pause this video, work my way through the rest of this juice, and I'll be right back. Alright, so my juice is all done, and I have a glass ready, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to disassemble this. Okay. Oh, here we go. Spoon. Give it a quick stir. So that whole bowl, this is how much juice it made. And again, I got my 2 green apples in there so I can get some sweetness. Some people try to go bitter on purpose. I don't usually do that because I'm only doing fruit, so what difference does it make? And then I'm just going to pour that in there over ice, nice and chilled. I will store the rest of this in a small container for later today or possibly tomorrow. And then this is how easy it is to take this apart, put it all in my bowl. Boom. Pull this. This piece comes out. It's right here. This is the only part that takes a little bit to wash. It's just this little grater right here. And some juices that piece is much bigger. And then this is my excess. I'm gonna either toss it, or my husband does composting. He saves extra plant matter. He's experimenting with something in the back there. I don't know quite what it is, but at any rate, I would keep that. This could wash up in like 2 to 3 minutes, and then I just reassemble it, and I have it ready for the next time when I come back to do my grapes later. All right, thanks guys, have a great one. Bye.